The name of our PBL project was Indicator Sponge. Hypotheses were that if the sponge was dipped into the hydrochloric acid, then the sponge would turn blue. If dipped into the potassium chloride, then the sponge would turn to its original color, red. The materials required were beakers, 500 milliliters or larger, tongs, indicator sponge, red and blue food coloring, potassium chloride, and hydrochloric acid. The safety precautions were that hydrochloric acid is a solution that is toxic by ingestion and corrosive to body tissues. You should wear goggles, chemical-resistant gloves, and aprons. Our procedures were: add 50 milliliters of hydrochloric acid to a large beaker. Fill the beaker about 3/4 with full tap water. Add red food coloring, enough until the solution is a deep red color. Add 50 milliliters of potassium chloride to another beaker. Add blue food coloring to that beaker. Slowly place red sponge halfway into the beaker containing acid solution. Write down your observations. Squeeze out the solution with gloves. Slowly place the blue sponge halfway into the beaker containing base solution and write down your observations. Completely submerge the sponge and remove to see the changes. Using a tongue or gloved hand, squeeze out as much of the blue base solution as possible back into the base beaker. Observations. We observed that when the sponge was dipped into the red solution, the sponge turned blue, and when it was dipped into the blue solution, the potassium chloride, it changed back to red. Analysis and discussion. When we dipped the red sponge into the red solution, the sponge turned blue. When dipped into the blue solution, it turned back to red. The red solution was red food coloring added to hydrochloric acid. Blue solution was food coloring with sodium hydroxide. The reason the sponge turned colors was because the sponge was saturated with Congo red and acid-base indicator and changed colors based on whether it was an acid or a solution. In conclusion, our hypothesis was correct. The sponge changed colors accordingly like it was supposed to. Applications and further connections. It has been used as a direct fabric dye for cotton to produce bright red fabric. Biologists use Congo red as a general contrast stain for cellulose. Thank you for watching.